Hello and welcome back to our channel Quaint Cosmos. Can you imagine a world of living beings where only identical elements are there? Yes, I am talking about a world where all the elements are identical. Can you imagine such a world? But I know you cannot imagine such a world because according to our knowledge of science and technology, we have seen that for the creation of anything, any living being, I am right now talking about only living beings, for the creation of any living beings, there is so many types, you can say millions of types, compounds are there. If you consider a human body, if you consider any creature, if you consider any plant, so if you have knowledge in science just to some extent, then you know that for any living being, whether the size of the living being is very small or very large, that doesn't matter. But number of compounds are there. That is known to you. Water is different from salt. DNA is different. In our bodies, so many types of enzymes, hormones, so many types of chemical compounds are there, and for which life has become possible. Without the variations in compounds or in elements, there would be no life, there would be no you, no me. So this idea you have, and all these things are possible due to one quantum rule, quite quantum rule. That rule is known as Pauli's Exclusion Principle. Yes, the rule is Pauli's Exclusion Principle. This was discovered by Wolfgang Pauli in the year 1925. According to the rule, no two identical fermions like electrons can occupy the same quantum state at the same time within an atom. So fermions, example is electron, again protons are there, neutrons are there, and you know that according to this rule, these are fermions, okay, electrons, protons, neutrons, and you know that in any element, if you consider any element, whether it is sodium, potassium, iron, manganese, cobalt, nickel, whatever be the element, in any element there are so many electrons. In hydrogen atom there is only one electron. But in different elements, different number of electrons are there, different number of protons are there, and for which the formation of periodic table has become possible. But that is not the target. Whether periodic table is possible or not, that is not our aim of discussion in this video. Aim of discussion, the life has become possible just due to the variations in the elements. Because different elements, they formed what? They formed molecules, atoms and molecules, and they react and produced so many types of compounds. And those so many types of compounds, not all, but many compounds, make one thing possible, that is the formation of life. That idea you have, I know. Without so many types of compounds, we cannot imagine of living beings. So behind all these things, only one quantum rule is there, and that is Pauli's Exclusion Principle. That means if you consider any atom, any element, any atom of any element, then you know there are so many types of electrons. Say for example, you take an atom, you take an example of atom, and in that atom 20 electrons are there. So these are what? These are identical fermions. Why they are identical? Because you cannot distinguish between two electrons. Say two electrons are given in your hand, you cannot distinguish between the two. So that's why these are called identical electrons or identical fermions. And their quantum state of any two electrons, I am talking about right now 20 electrons. If you take any two electrons from there, then their quantum state wouldn't match exactly with each other. So many quantum numbers are there, and the combinations of the quantum numbers are different for all the 20 electrons. You won't get a set of quantum numbers which is identical or same with the other electron in the same atom, within the same atom. We are talking about within the same atom. Okay, not two different atoms. Just in a single atom, so many electrons are there, and if you consider the quantum state of all the electrons, and if they share only one orbital, then there will be a difference again. The difference must be there. Their spins would be opposite to each other. Their spins would be opposite to each other if they share a common orbital. Just like if you think about an apartment where there are so many rooms, and each room is allocated for an electron, and those electrons means there, in that case, since each room is dedicated for one electron, that means no two electrons are allowed in a single room. Actually, this example is not required for the analysis of this thing. This example is required for the analysis of different thing. Context remains the same, that is a Pauli's exclusion principle, but this example is not required. Okay. So just ignore this example here in the context of this. Context is what? Context is why Pauli's exclusion principle is so important. And if you consider stars, so due to this Pauli's exclusion principle, the formation of stars are possible. Otherwise, under their own gravity, they would collapse. The stars would collapse. Means we can see diversity in the universe. Different things we can see. So, actually what will happen if Pauli's exclusion, if you avoid Pauli's exclusion principle, means if you imagine a universe where Pauli's exclusion principle is not valid. Just imagine a separate universe, not our universe, a separate universe where Fermions don't follow Pauli's exclusion principle, don't obey Pauli's exclusion principle. Then what would happen in that universe? All the electrons would reach to the lowest energy state, and even that means they will collapse in that universe. And since they collapse, so formation of different elements wouldn't be possible at all. Okay, that means there would be no life. So main context was here different living beings. Why this has become possible? Because chemistry is there. Chemistry has become possible due to this difference. Different types of elements are available. That's why so many types of compounds are available. And that's why so many types of living beings have become possible. Means nature has created so many types of living beings. You know, millions of types of living beings are there, whether you are considering creatures or plants. Millions of types are available. And all these things have become possible just due to the variations in elements, since there are so many types of elements available. Anyway, so this is the end of this video. If you found this fascinating, please like, share and subscribe to our channel, and this is the end of this video. Thank you for watching this video.